Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Carter's Kitchen. It's a bit gloomy outside today, so again we're making something warm and filling, and we're going to be following somewhat of a recipe from the Good Housekeeping cookbook. We're going to make a beef stew, but my recipe is going to have some red wine in it, whereas that recipe doesn't have red wine in it. And we're going to add some more spices, a bit more flavour, because this is from the 70s, where flavour lacked a lot. Anyway, let's get into it.
Our beef stew calls for plain flour, 1.1 kg of steak, vegetable oil, a large onion skinned and chopped, 1 clove of garlic, let's be honest, we'll probably put more in, 700 ml of stock, Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper to taste, potatoes, carrots and frozen peas. We've got all that, but we're going to add more flavour and I'll show you as we go.
Chopping board, nice and big one this time. It's been cleaned down already. We're going to start with our carrots. It asks for 450 grams. I don't know if you can see it right there, but they've actually scammed us. We've not even got 450, we've only got 445. How cheeky. That's not on Morrison's. That is not on. From that, we are going to just peel our carrots and put them in at the skins into a bowl. Save it for the compost for later. Finished peeling our carrots. I'm gonna weigh out 700 grams of potatoes. Maybe go a bit over to counteract the skins taken off. Might just put a big one on. Oh, it's like Jenga. That's close enough. I've peeled the potatoes and carrots. I'm going to put them all together in one bowl. I've still got my compost bowl here because I'm going to cut the ends and both the ends of the carrots. And yeah, let's get going. Just going to cut them into chunks. Do the same with the potatoes. We're going to chop them into quite big chunks. Put them in the same bowl with the carrots because they go in at the same time. For one large onion, cut up. I've only got these small ones, so I'm going to do 2 mediums / small onions. Again, it asks for 1 clove of garlic, but I like my garlic, so we'll go for a 4th one. Let's hope I don't cry. We're just going to roughly chop the onions. Tears have started coming. We're just going to cut them in half and then just roughly chop them like that. Just going to peel this and then use our mincer straight into the dish with the onions because they're going to go in together. Crush it. That's a good bit of garlic. Is our veg prep done? Our carrots and tomatoes, our carrots and potatoes, and then our onion and garlic. I'm going to set this aside, clean the board, and we'll move on to our meat. I'm just going to measure out 25 grams of plain flour because that's what we're going to coat our beef in. 25 grams. Perfect. Now for our seasonings, I'm just going to add Chinese 5-spice, a little bit of white pepper, a little bit of cayenne pepper in. I found some paprika. And that's what our chunks of meat are going to be rubbed in before they're fried off. I'll just set that aside for now. Beef we're going to be using, we've got 1.5 kg here. The recipe only asks for 1.1 kg, but because I've got this whole chunk, I'm just going to use it all. I'm going to drain it, then I'll come back and cut it up. I'm just going to cut this up into chunks.
Big nice chunks.
Just finished chopping the meat. This knife was terrible, so I did have help with some scissors. Give our bod a bit of a scrub down. Step is to flour our meat before we put it in the pan to fry off. Our next step after this is to put some oil in a pan and we're going to fry them off. Oil into our pan. Fucking whatever. That's probably 75 mils. Question mark. Oil's nice and hot now. I'm going to add our beef. And then we will remove the beef afterwards once it's browned. While the beef is just browning, I'm going to add 700 2 stock cubes and 700 mils of boiling water to make our stock. Whack these in. Whoops. Whack that in. The second one. That's 700 mils. Give the stock a stir. Beef starting to brown. Let's give it a good old stir. Make sure we get them pink bits browned as well, and then we'll take it off the heat. Right, that's our meat now browned off. I'm going to set it aside, and we're going to add our onion and garlic. I'm going to add in our onions and garlic now. And once these have got a little bit more soft and you can start to smell the aromatic, I'm going to deglaze the pan with a bit of red wine. This is almost done. We just need to cook them a little bit longer. And then we're going to add half a cup to a cup of red wine in, just so we can deglaze this pan further. I'm going to put half a cup. Hopefully it tastes nice. I don't drink this. This is my dad's drink of choice. We're going to cook that down until the alcohol's cooked off it. You see how it's kind of coming, lifting off now? That's what we're wanting. We can see it's starting to get really thick. It smells amazing. And right now we're going to add our stock that we made earlier, as well as our salt and pepper, a bit more seasoning if you want, but this smells amazing. And I'm also going to add Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Stock's going in. Half a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And we'll cook this. So we're going to keep stirring this until it's thickened slightly. I almost feel like there's not enough stock here. A bit of salt and pepper. We're going to add our meat back into the stew broth. I don't want it to splash everywhere. I'm really nervous. My hands are burning. Just give it a good old stir. Make sure all the meat is as much as you can submerged so they can soak in all them juices. So we're going to try and bring this to a boil, and then we're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for 2.5 hours. So let's give it to a boil first. I've just added more cayenne, white pepper, paprika, and now I'm going to add some thyme just before we bring it to a boil. That's almost at a boil, then I'll bring it to a simmer. I am just going to make some dumplings. Right here I've got 100 grams of self-raising flour, 50 grams of butter. It said to use suet, however I don't have suet. So we're just going to put that in there. And then this is half a tablespoon of salted water, just enough to keep it sticky together. I'm just going to use a fork to mix all this together. So this is my first time ever making dumplings, and it did look a bit hit and miss before. I thought I might need to add more water, but as soon as I got my hands in there and started pounding it, I don't think I do need any more water. Let's see. I don't think I do need more water, sorry. Let's just see if it holds its shape. Holds its shape nicely. I think that's okay. I'm going to get some greaseproof paper and I'm going to roll them into even balls. We were supposed to make 16, but at least we got 12 out of it. There's only 4 of us eating anyway, so that's at least an even split of 3 each. So this stew has been brewing now for 2.5 hours. I'm going to add our potatoes and carrots in. We're going to bring it back up to a boil. So we'll bring this up to a boil and then we'll simmer it for another 20 minutes. Now that's coming up to a boil, I'm going to just stir it again. Oh, it smells so good. Put this back on simmer. And we're going to cover it for another 20 minutes. Just measured out 250 grams of frozen peas. So in 10 minutes time, the dumplings are going to go in and then the frozen peas will go in for another 10 minutes and then we'll be finished. Just giving that another mix around and I'm going to pop our dumplings in now. Last 3 going in. And then it's just our peas to add and give it a last stir around and then it's ready to serve. Brilliant. I added the peas in and yeah, it's all done. I'll plate some up and I'll show you what it looks like. This is the stew. It did lose a lot of the liquid because I did let it sit for an extra 10 minutes when I shouldn't have really. They're the dumplings. They're kind of lost in the sauce. I added some more stock to it and let it simmer for a little bit longer because there wasn't a lot of liquid left. Thank you for watching Carter's Kitchen. It's only taken me all day to do this bloody stew. It smells amazing. I cannot wait to start eating it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe if you're not already. Comment down below. And if you want to watch me make anything, just let me know what. Okay. See you later. Thank you again. Bye.